Full disclaimer before I comment on this at all, they saying leaked government documents reveal that Sexyy Red has been a CIA operative since 2018. Now, her mission is highly destabilizing and culturally critical. Wake up, people, man. Stuff like this is, it's obvious to me. She's the face of this ratchet culture, this ratchet mentality that, they want you to act and behave like.
Oh, should I just tell them the truth?
We sold it for a double cheeseburger with mac sauce.
With extra onions on it, baby. Don't play. It's time for me to just keep it 100 with y'all. Like, yes, they got me in this. I don't know. I can't get out of it. I'm getting too much money. I don't want to get out of it.
Now y'all tell me why the internet is out here acting like Sexyy Red isn't just from the hood, but straight out of Langley, as in the actual CIA headquarters. Friends, I cannot make this up. Word on the street is that our good sis Sexyy Red has been exposed as a government plant sent to destabilize the culture with her music and BBL energy. And I'm sitting here like, wait a minute, are we talking about the same woman who be yelling my pink explicit brown online? But let me not laugh too hard, because the conspiracy theorists are dead serious. They've pulled up so-called leaked documents and everything, claiming this woman is actually a double agent in crotchless tights. And just when I thought it couldn't get any dumber, Sexyy Red herself responded. Sis retweeted the post and said, "Damn, they got me, shit." No explanation, no defense. Just vibes. Now I don't know what to believe. Here's how it all popped off. A parody account called Daily Now, a fake version of Daily Loud, hit the timeline with a photoshopped news report claiming that Sexyy Red has been working with the CIA since 2018. Not 2023, not last week, 2018. Like she's been cashing government checks and pushing propaganda through Ski and Pound Town. The post said she was part of a highly destabilizing and culturally critical operation, which honestly sounds like her entire career summed up in one sentence. And listen, the post was obviously fake. The font was off. The leaked document looked like it was typed on Google Docs by someone who just hit a blunt. But that didn't stop the internet from eating it up like hot fries at the corner store.
2024 Hollywood exposure train just keeps chewing all the way through 2025. So I was sent this tweet talking about how Sexyy Red is a government operative who's been working since 2018. Now I know that y'all are saying that the Daily Now is a parody page, it's a satire page, and that's all fine and dandy because that's exactly what Sexyy Red's bosses want you to think. They want you to think that this is all fake and giggles and comedy and all of that. That's why this news was released strategically through this news source, so that way you would reject the truth. It happens all the time. They will have a celebrity or a public figure who you don't like or that's not well liked by the public who will come out and tell the truth. That way, because you don't like that person, you reject whatever they have to say. Or they'll pass the truth off as comedy and jokes, or they'll pass the truth off as scripted or science fiction or just not real in general. And that way you'll start to doubt yourself. You'll start to discount what your eyes and what your ears are telling you. That way you don't really have to be lied to. You lie to yourself. It's a trick that the powers that we have been pulling off since the beginning of time, and y'all keep falling for it. Why do you think Sexyy Red has been pushed so hard? Why do you think she came out of the blue with all of these major features and all of this radio play, all of this budget, all of this promotion? Drake pushing her for why she's got no talent. She's pushing all these negative messages. She's selling lip gloss by the name of some very foul name. Why do you think she's been able to have the illusion of success? And I say the illusion because when it came time for people to buy her concert tickets, she wasn't really selling tickets because y'all don't really want this, because so many of y'all really know the truth. Y'all know that this headline is true. It doesn't matter who said it. The truth is the truth, and the truth can't be changed. Why do you think the industry is pushing her so hard? Because she's just so beautiful and talented? No, because she's culturally critical to the agenda.
Now, before y'all write this off as just a one-time joke, let me remind you, this ain't the first time folks have accused her of being a Fed in a Fashion Nova fit. Everyone from Lord Jamar to Charleston White has been running with that narrative.
Because I think the Sexyy Red and the Dusty Broad movement has entirely spiraled out of control. Yes, Kim was raunchy. Yes, Fox was raunchy, but they were stunning. They looked, when you saw them, they smelled good. Their skin looked good. Their teeth looked good. And they still acted like ladies. When they walked, they glided. This Sexyy Red, it is a Dusty Broad movement. That is what it is. We all know a Sexyy Red.
They're trying to promote the lowest of the low and act like that is all of it.
Correct.
Because I honestly think the Sexyy Red and Dusty Broad movement has completely spiraled out of control. Yes, Kim was raunchy. Yes, Fox was raunchy. But they were stunning. When you saw them, you knew they smelled good. Their skin looked flawless. Their teeth were perfect, and they still carried themselves like ladies. They glided when they walked. Sexyy Red, on the other hand, is the face of the Dusty Broad movement. That's exactly what it is. We all know a Sexyy Red. And now they're trying to promote the lowest of the low and act like that represents all of us. Back in June 2024, someone else even went viral saying her whole image felt like CIA vibes and that she was promoting degeneracy on purpose. And what did Sexyy say in response? She didn't hit them with a TED Talk or some long Twitter thread. She hit them with a raw and uncut "You iconic," truly legendary. But the fact that people keep bringing up the same theory over and over tells me one thing. They're not just clowning anymore. They're low-key serious. And whether they're right or wrong, this conspiracy got legs. Real long twerk-ready legs. Now let's be real for a second. As funny as all this sounds, you have to ask why people are so quick to believe it. Think about it. Why is it always the loud, ratchet, over-the-top black girl they claim is secretly working for the government? Some folks swear Sexyy Red is out here pushing an agenda, talking nasty, dancing nasty, and saying wild stuff in interviews like it's part of some psychological operation. They say her lyrics aren't just wild, they're strategically wild. That her whole aesthetic, from the red hair to the lip gloss named gonorrhea, isn't just branding, it's brainwashing. But let's be honest, haven't male rappers been talking reckless for decades? Nobody called the CIA when Future said he did her sister, or when Moneybagg Yo bragged about selling and still cheating. But the second a woman says her whole brown, suddenly it's a global security threat. Y'all not slick, this is just misogyny in a lab coat. Now look, I'm not confirming whether she's a plant or not. I don't have that level of security clearance. But if she was, I could see how it would stick because she always pops up right when we start getting real political online. She blew up out of nowhere with algorithm power, like she was plugged straight into the Matrix. And every time there's a major social justice issue, somehow she's trending for something wild, like sucking toes at a Waffle House. And don't forget the suspicious timing. Like when Blue Ivy won a Grammy, and out of nowhere, Sexyy Red dropped a video in a see-through catsuit. Election year rolls around and suddenly everybody's talking about her going raw in the back seat. Now I'm not saying the FBI is sitting in the studio with her, but I am saying it's mad convenient how she always goes viral right when the culture starts taking itself seriously again. You know what they say? If the thong fits, she might. Be a fed. All right, now let's slow it down and get a little serious because here's where the plot thickens. Let's just say for giggles, Sexyy really was planted by the higher-ups to distract the people. You mean to tell me they chose the loudest, most unfiltered, gold-toothed baddie in a Fashion Nova onesie as their top-secret weapon? Like, what does that even say about how the system views us? This is the face of psychological warfare. Not TikTok algorithms, not deepfakes, but a girl hollering "Pound Town" on stage at Rolling Loud? Or maybe, just maybe, this isn't about Sexyy at all. Maybe it's about how people perceive black women who own their sexuality without shame. Because when male rappers do it, they're hood legends. But when a woman like Sexyy Red gets wild with it, suddenly she's destroying the culture. The Yee community is saying she's corrupting the youth, but let's keep it a buck. We don't need to play dumb. Sexyy Red has definitely stirred up some real mess in the culture. Folks are like, yeah, the girl's funny, she's catchy, she got everybody yelling ski at the function. But at the same time, we can't act like some of this isn't toxic. When you've got 12-year-olds trying to be baby Sexyy Reds, lip-syncing about holes and raw dogging on TikTok, well, yeah, baby girl, we've got to talk about that. There's valid concern about how far we've pushed the line and whether we've turned free expression into straight-up performative chaos. But here's the catch. The same people crying about her destroying morals are the same ones blasting Future, singing NBA Youngboy lyrics, or watching Zeus Network like it's CNN. Y'all mad at Sexyy, but your playlist is full of testosterone-fueled degeneracy. It's giving pick-me outrage. It's giving selective standard, and it's real convenient. To drag the loud girl with the gold teeth and red hair while letting everybody else slide like they're not part of the same ecosystem. So maybe the truth lives somewhere in the middle. Maybe she is too much. And maybe the world made her that way. Either way, one thing's for sure, whether it's art, influence, or a full-blown federal contract, Sexyy Red has made herself unforgettable. But what do you think? Is Sexyy Red just a loud hood superstar doing her thing, or is she secretly reporting to the Pentagon between studio sessions? Is she the symptom of a broken culture, or just a mirror showing us how ratchet we've always been? And most importantly, would it even matter if she was a government plant if folks are still bopping to Pound Town like it's gospel? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and I'll catch you all later.